The rifle that didn't fit the crime. The Mannlicher Carcano rifle allegedly used by Oswald is one of the first major red flags. Experts question the weapon's reliability, noting it was a slow, bolt-action rifle ill-suited for firing 3 shots in under 6 seconds with deadly accuracy at a moving target. Photos of Oswald holding a rifle don't perfectly match the Carcano model, and some analysts believe the photos were doctored. Even more suspicious, Oswald's fingerprints weren't found on the weapon until days later, under highly questionable circumstances. These inconsistencies raise doubts about whether this rifle was actually used in the assassination or planted to frame him. 2. The unlikely shooting position. Oswald allegedly fired from the 6th-floor southeast window of the Texas School Book Depository. But reconstructions of the event and first-hand accounts suggest that location was obstructed by trees and signs, making it a poor vantage point. Witnesses reported hearing shots from the grassy knoll rather than the building, with many running toward the knoll, not away from it. Sound direction, eyewitness reactions, and later simulations support the idea that shots came from multiple directions, further casting doubt on Oswald as the lone shooter. 3. The strange timeline of the Tippit murder. Oswald wasn't arrested for JFK's murder but for allegedly killing Officer J.D. Tippit around 1:15 p.m. Yet the timeline is murky. Some witnesses placed Oswald at the theater before Tippit was shot, while others saw someone who didn't resemble Oswald talking to Tippit just before the attack. Additionally, the shell casings at the scene didn't clearly match Oswald's revolver, and there were inconsistencies in the number of shooters reported. Critics argue that the Tippit case was manipulated to justify Oswald's arrest and build a narrative connecting him to Kennedy's death. 4. Voice stress and polygraph indicators. Although Oswald was never polygraphed, modern voice stress analysis has been applied to his recorded statements. These tools detect stress patterns linked to deception. Analysts studying Oswald's famous "I'm just a patsy" statement claim his voice showed no signs of lying. His behavior in custody also stands out. Oswald was calm, denied all accusations, and never confessed, despite intense pressure. Unlike many suspects, he never cracked under interrogation, which some believe points to genuine innocence or deep confusion. 5. A lack of clear motive. When it comes to high-profile crimes, motive is everything. But Oswald's is unclear. While often described as a radical leftist, Oswald's politics were erratic, at times supporting far-left then far-right causes. Some pointed to his pro-Cuba stance, but Kennedy had been pursuing back-channel negotiations with Castro, which might have aligned with Oswald's views. No hard evidence ever connected Oswald to a group that would benefit from Kennedy's death. His past, including his defection to the Soviet Union and strange re-entry into the U.S., suggests possible surveillance or manipulation by intelligence agencies. Was he a spy, a pawn, or a scapegoat? 6. Contradictory eyewitness accounts. Much of the Warren Commission's case rests on selective witness testimony. But many eyewitnesses offered accounts that were ignored or contradicted the official story. Jean Hill, who stood near the motorcade, claimed she heard 4 to 6 shots, more than the 3 officially acknowledged, and saw a man fleeing from the grassy knoll. Others reported seeing men with radios or suits behaving suspiciously near the knoll just before the shooting. These testimonies were dismissed at the time but later gained attention during the House Select Committee on Assassinations in the 1970s, which concluded that there was a probable conspiracy. Ignoring or omitting these voices created a misleadingly simple narrative. 7. Oswald's own words and behavior. Finally, Oswald's personal behavior after the assassination is among the most compelling reasons for doubt. Arrested at the Texas Theater, he immediately requested a lawyer and denied all charges. He repeated the phrase, "I'm just a patsy," which became a rallying cry for skeptics. He never attempted to flee, never confessed, and didn't act like a man who had just committed one of the most infamous crimes in history. He appeared more confused than guilty. Tragically, Oswald never got a day in court, shot dead by Jack Ruby less than 48 hours after his arrest. That silencing only deepened public suspicion. Conclusion: When you consider the inconsistencies, the case against Lee Harvey Oswald is far from airtight. Surrounding the rifle, the questionable shooting angle, the mysterious Tippit timeline, voice analysis, lack of clear motive, overlooked eyewitness reports, and Oswald's own words, one thing becomes clear. Many now believe Oswald was either innocent or not acting alone. Was he a patsy caught in a political web? A scapegoat for a larger conspiracy? Or something else entirely? The official story has too many cracks, and the unanswered questions refuse to fade. What do you think? Was Oswald guilty, innocent, or something in between? Let us know in the comments below.